Hey there, everyone. Welcome to episode 1226 of the Mike from Maine show, the place where we do daily interviews with successful online entrepreneurs. This is your host, Mike Thomas, and today on the show, we have Brian Blanc on, and we're going to be talking about how he's been able to make $2,500, $5,000, $15,000 or more without doing email marketing, without doing product creation. Let's get into it. Here's Brian. We are here today with Brian Blanc. Brian, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Brian and I have actually been chatting for the last about 40 minutes now off camera. I'm really excited about what Brian's doing here. He's got a business where he's making a ton of money doing some interesting services that we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to read off the headline here and let you bring us into this, Brian. It says here, how I bank $2,500, $5,000, and even $15,000 without a list and without any tech skills. Brian, bring us under all this hype here. I know you probably didn't write that headline. Bring us into this. What's this all about? And why should we be excited?
Yeah, so I'm Brian Blanc, and I run an agency, Iron Triangle PPC. I'm in the Bay Area. And basically, I've been doing consulting and running a business for 20 plus years. And then I started my consulting business probably around 2011, 2012. And I've just had to go through all the trenches, all the grind work, learning, educating. I'm a blue collar guy by trade, former Marine. I was in the infantry, so I really knew nothing about computers. And then I got into a paintless dent repair business back in 1998, and all of that went really, really well. It was hard to learn, but I got through it. And then my world basically crumbled in 2004. As we all know, in 2008, the auto industry was crushed, and that I was crushed with it. So I went from making over $400,000 a year to about $20,000 a year.
It's a big change.
And yeah, huge. It was, unfortunately, I had to file bankruptcy in 2009. I lost 2 houses. I lost pretty much everything, dog, girlfriend. Needless to say, it was bad times.
Yeah.
But I had my skills for my dent repair business. And the one thing that I knew that I didn't want to do was go back and repeat, which wasn't really a mistake, but I just saw the auto industry get crushed and it wasn't really doing very well. So I thought to myself, I want to get on the internet. I saw guys making a bunch of money on the internet, the cars, the bling and the whole 9 yards. And I just said to myself, if these guys can do it, I can do it. So that's what got me into search engine optimization back in 2008. Because by that time, unfortunately, all my savings and everything was pretty much evaporated. And so I had to just focus on free traffic methods. And back then it was all about SEO. And so that's what I did. I got into SEO, kind of a part of the story that I didn't tell in my in my course was that I literally went to an event. I started learning some techniques, and people had told me about Yelp and reviews. And so I put some reviews out there, and I wasn't really getting anything back from it. But about 2 years goes by, and I kept at it, and I kept at it, and I kept doing SEO. I didn't really have any money for pay-per-click, nor did I understand it. So 2010, when my bankruptcy was happening and I was literally freaking out, I used to live in Hawaii and scuba dive for a living, and I made a bunch of friends there. So they told me, come chill out in Oahu, hang out for a while. And so I did. And then when I got there, I was supposed to actually help them with their internet stuff, but they didn't want to pay me. So
So
see
that
how that
sounds
goes.
normal. A lot of people, they want it for free, but they don't want to pay.
Yeah. So here I am running out of money. And on one day, out of the blue, I get a phone call from a guy in Los Angeles who thinks I'm in Concord. They were buying a BMW dealership in Concord, and they went on the internet to find somebody that, to find a paintless dent repair guy. Well, at the time, it was so new to this industry, it was only myself and one other guy.
Mm.
They call me on the phone and say, "Hey, we saw your reviews and thought that, we might make a deal and have you come do our dents."
They saw your Yelp reviews. Is that what they saw?
They saw some type of reviews. That's
Okay.
I have to assume it was Yelp. So long story short, that phone call was resulted in a $75,000 a year contract
Nice.
with the dent repair business. So I packed my stuff up and was home within 3 days, and then I started doing dents again. But it only happened because I got on the internet. It only happened because I implemented these strategies and started getting reviews. And that's what they saw, called me thinking I was in Concord, but I was actually in Hawaii. And so it simply would not have happened if I wasn't on the internet. So at that moment, I was convinced that I'm on the right path. And so in 2012, I went and got certified with Google as an agency.
Mm-hmm.
I did the testing and everything, and got certified as a pay-per-click marketing person, and I was allowed to run an agency. I set up my MCC account and just started going out and talking to clients. And
An MCC account, for people that don't understand, that's like an agency account where you can run other people's campaigns.
That's correct. My client center. So that's really what got me into the online game. And then, like I said, I've been running an agency pretty much since about 2012, along the side with my dent repair business. And so that's where I'm at.
So as far as like, you talk about your dent repair business and the car company there, do you have other agency clients now? What are you teaching inside of this? I mean, are we all going to be doing dental repair?
No dental repair and no dent repair. we're focusing on
Oh yeah, it's not dental repair, is it? It's dent repair. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all
Both
good.
are probably good niches.
Yeah, no. Well, dental's a little bit tough. Do dent repair, but your line cut out a little bit, Mike. You had asked.
I was asking, like, is everyone in your course? I'm assuming we're not going to be going out there and making a dent repair company and getting and doing what you just talked about. Like, what are you teaching inside of the course?
Yeah. So what this course is about, it's pretty unique. I don't know of anything out there like it, because I didn't want to focus on how to take one traffic strategy and run some ads for somebody. There's a lot of stuff out there like that. What I find is the challenge between my clients, my friends, family, and just people I run into when they find out that I make money from the internet is, where do I start? How do I do it? And then almost every time people tell me, well, I don't have a lot of money, so how am I going to get started in this thing? And I will say, guys, that if you have no budget, it's going to be pretty difficult to start a business, but you can certainly start a six-figure business with a low budget. And so that's actually one of the first things that I focus on in the course, which is to teach you about resources that you can go to get either free training or very low-cost training for cheap. Okay. And I'm talking about $10 to $12, and you can get a really top-notch course to teach you how to start implementing things for yourself. Then what the next kind of the phase in my thinking in putting this course together is, I want to show people, the average Joe person that doesn't know anything about making money on the internet, how you can go get a course for $10 to $20, educate yourself, and then go out there and implement. But once you get past the implementation phase and you're, maybe you get a client, or maybe you can go help out a friend, a family member that owns a business, and get yourself a little bit of experience, little confidence. Then I show you how to outsource the grunge work. Okay, that's in my opinion. We all want to work less and make more. And the only way to scale your business is you've got to find somebody to do it for you. Well, there's lots of courses out there. They tell you to go to Upwork and Freelancer and Fiverr and all of these things. But in my experience, after years of doing this, you go and find somebody. They tell you everything you want to hear. They get the first project and they do it great. And then you start thinking that you can scale your business. You go out and get another client or friend or somebody to do this for, pay you, and then that outsourcer disappears.
And they're gone, or they raise their prices up or something.
Most of the time they just flake out and they string you along. You've got deadlines to meet for your client, and the person doing it is disappeared. So now you're stuck in, a lot of the time you have egg on your face and you want to quit. And so what I've done in this course, and what I've done over these past 6-7 years, is vetted out a lot of different people that I currently use to run both of my businesses. And that's the information that's in this course that I want to share with people, so that they know that if they go to this resource, you can have a lot of confidence knowing that the people are going to deliver.
After you got that client to do your dent repair business, I mean, do you have other clients now, or did you go and get other clients and provide other services? You mentioned PPC. Is that the other part of your business?
Yes. So just speaking for myself, I got started in search engine optimization. I consider SEO to be the diamond of the internet, because everything that you do in traffic, you have to have some level of SEO. Okay. But so I learned the SEO. I went through that pain of learning that. And then in 2012, like I said, I got certified with Google to learn pay-per-click traffic. And in my opinion, if you're going to do services for us agencies and for other people, I believe that you need to explain to the client, there's two ways about this. Paid traffic is a sprint. SEO is a marathon. Okay. But you got to have both. And because eventually people, they want to spend less and get more. So that's where you have the SEO working for you in the background. And in, 6 months to a year plus, you're going to start to see the benefits. But nobody wants to wait that long. So that's why you run a pay-per-click program or campaign. And now you can tell your client that you can get them traffic, you can get that phone ringing within a matter of 7 to 10 days. And then that's what gets them to come down, and they start to build trust with you, and then you're able to move forward. So that is what it depends on the client, it depends on their budget, and depends on certain things, but that's how I'm able to scale, because I've found resources of people that will do those things for you, and then you can go out and scale and grab and get more clients.
One thing you said to me off camera was that you actually prefer not having a ton of clients. You prefer having less clients and just to keep your life a little bit more organized and a little bit less crazy, because you do have multiple businesses that you're working on. Can you show us some of the proof of payments that you've been paid from some of these clients?
All right. Let me pull this up. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. Now, okay. So here's a client
I can't see yet. I think try that. Share your screen link again.
Oh, okay. There we go.
See if that works. We're good. Working? So yeah, if you move over to to your screen you want to share. You just click on that on your browser. No, go over. Do you have it open in? Yeah, there we go. Got it. Perfect.
There we go. Okay. So here is a check for 15,000. This is some SEO in this particular client here. This guy was running a lighting company, either for like industrial stuff like gas stations, all the way to lights around your house, lights that never burn out, grow lights. I mean, he's a lighting company.
Sure.
So anyhow, what we did with this guy is we built his website. We search engine optimized the site. We built out a bunch of different web properties for him. Now, back in this day, I actually I was doing a lot of the stuff myself, and then I was outsourcing certain parts of it. Nowadays, I actually outsource most of the local SEO work to one company, and I share that with you in the course.
Great. Okay.
And the beautiful thing about them is that they give you wholesale pricing. So that's another unique position in this course, is that I've been out these last few years vetting companies that give us a wholesale rate. So where, I'll charge the client $2,500 or $1,500. I'll hire the company for $300 to $500. I'll take the spread.
That's nice.
And then I just have to, and I have extreme confidence that they're going to deliver, which then makes my job a lot easier in terms of managing the client. Clients are always going to be happy when the phone is ringing and they're getting leads.
Yeah.
Then this makes this one of the best jobs ever. But with this guy here, yes, we charged him that amount. I believe that was for about 6 months worth of work, and pretty good. Now, let's see, this client here. This was these guys did ACT, SAT, college prep. They were a small business here that did this for high school kids and stuff like that. This was for 3 months, and we did a bunch of SEO work, video marketing. A lot of my clients I do multiple services for. One of the things that I've learned having my own brick and mortar biz, local biz, is that and I think this is sometimes you have to use one strategy sometimes to get your foot in the door, but in my opinion, you have to. One of the reasons why a lot of local business owners fail or they get frustrated with their lead gen companies is because they're coming at them with one angle. They're saying, if you do AdWords, that's going to be the holy grail of things and you're going to kill it. If you just do SEO or if you just do video, where as a business owner, I've come to find out after doing this for 20 years that you have to have your website, your content on multiple platforms. Okay, because there's some people that only go to Yelp. There's certain people that only go to Google. There's, it's getting more broad now, but what I'm trying to say is you have to get your content out on as many different platforms. He who has more fish hooks in the water with bait on it is going to catch more fish.
Yeah, sure.
And so I literally have my clients say to me, I found you on Google, but I verified your reputation on Yelp.
And a lot of these people, they're used to, especially people that are running local businesses, they're used to the whole review system and the whole looking up businesses online before you do business. I mean, I always do that. I always look on Google
Absolutely.
and Yelp and all that stuff. And again, like you said, some people like Yelp, some people don't even know what Yelp is.
Yeah, I was on Yelp since 2008. I didn't really have people talk to me about Yelp until maybe just a few years ago. And prior to that, but now, all the time, people literally tell me on a weekly basis, I found you on Yelp. Now, what's kind of funny now for me in my for my consulting biz, I get my last 6 or 7 clients have all come from my dent repair biz. Because as I'm fixing their dent, they say to me, I say to them, hey, what do you do? We're making small talk. Oh, I run a, that's how I met this client that we were just speaking about. I was fixing his dent. We're small talking, and he says, I run this, tutoring service, and we need so much help. Oh my gosh, these guys are dropping the ball. We paid these guys $2,000. They did nothing for us. And I said, well, it's your lucky day, bud.
It's amazing how much craft work is actually being done, though. I'm sure from your experience, you talk to people like they hire these companies and they don't, like, the companies are good at sales, but when it comes to fulfillment and actually delivering the services, they don't care. They get the money and then they're done.
Mike, 100% correct. And 100% of my clients that I have ever worked on this whole entire time, when I'm always meeting them after they've spent the big money with the big company, and then they're like, we don't have any money, but we need help.
You're thinking to yourself, if you had spent that money with me, I would have actually gotten you results.
Absolutely. And for everybody watching this, I have a couple case studies inside of the course, 10,000 and then 20,000. But we literally took an artificial turf company who spent 15 grand with a big media group in San Francisco, didn't get them one lead for 6 months. Okay. Now over here in California, we were in a major drought back in 2014, 15, and we got out of it in 16. And so how they didn't do that, I don't know. But one of the companies that I talk about inside of the course, I was working with them. We got their first lead within 7 to 10 days of taking over their campaign. And we ended up selling about $30,000 of turf in the wintertime during the holidays. I don't know what these guys were doing, but I turned it over to my team and we crushed it. So you guys can watch the case study on that.
Well, I'm interested in watching those case studies. Okay, I'm not going to make you show us all the checks here on the sales page. I know you get a ton of them. You got all this money coming in from doing this. You guys you're providing multiple services. It sounds like you're outsourcing a lot of it, and that you teach that inside of the course. What exactly?
Absolutely.
Bring us into the course here. What exactly are you teaching inside of here?
So, what I'm showing you is like I was saying before, is I see a lot of programs out there, a lot of people teaching. I kind of call this this course fills in the gaps. Okay, it's like the grout between the tiles, and so what we're teaching is how does a local business get a Google My Business listing set up and done? Okay, a lot of people that are consulting and running agencies do not know the intricate details of SEO. So what I'm trying to do for you is put you in touch with a couple companies that are experts at it. They go and do it. You charge the client X dollars and then take the spread, but you're knowing for fact that they're going to get that SEO done, because any local business, you've got to be set up on you've got to have your Google My Business listing, and I show you why in the course. Then once the person, I just take you through a bunch of different resources. So if you want to start a social media, you want to just do that as a full time. That's the only thing you focus on as an agency. We show you how to do that. What else is in the course? Let me take a peek here just so I can refresh my memory, because there is actually a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so one of the other, what I think is a really, really valuable piece of this course is I show you how to be organized. Okay, as an agency, I show you the tools that I use to be organized. Now, I know that we're talking a lot about agency here, and that is the main focus of the course: local business marketing and agency marketing. But let's just say that you're an affiliate marketer and you have to watch a lot of training videos and things like that. So I have a section in here that talks about the tools that I use in order to better organize and optimize your business as an individual. But this definitely crosses over to somebody who's running an agency, because it is about systems and it's about organization, and then that's going to allow you to scale. So the course goes over several different traffic generation techniques, and then of course it's backed up with a resource that you can outsource the work to, so that you can ultimately scale your agency. But there's there's I talk about stuff, call tracking, autoresponders. I teach a lot about private label rights, so PLR. So that you can educate yourself on a really, really tight budget, and then you can take those trainings and you can actually create a product, or you could create some type of lead magnet or something, so that you can go out and attract clients or make some money. So I'm really trying to show people how to get all this stuff done and know that you've got proven businesses and resources, and put it all together, and overnight you pretty much are in business.
And if you want to come back to me, if you want to stop sharing your screen, we'll come on back over here. Brian, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Is there anything else, anything we missed, anything you wanted to mention before we wrap it up? One thing I didn't ask you about, and I didn't ask you on purpose because I know the answer, there are no upgrades. There's no OTOs.
Right. So that was the other thing. Me being in the online game, and we're all buying courses and we're all trying to get ahead. And I know how sometimes I get irritated when there's 5 or 6 OTOs. So my team and we just decided, let's just package it all up. Let's make it, an affordable cost, and just give you everything at once. Because that's my ultimate goal, is to show people how to start their own business and how to benefit, set yourself free, get out of the rat race. I know it all sounds cliche and everything, but I can tell you guys, I'm living proof. I've been grinding for a long time, but I've been self-employed off the internet since 2014. I just want to be able to give you everything that is going to help you get to the next level, and success is measured in lots of different ways. So, as long as you're gained some knowledge out of here that you didn't know yesterday, that's going to make me happy. But I think that the experienced marketer out there is going to get some insight onto some really cool stuff. And I know for a fact that the newbie has a really, if you go through this course, you have a winning chance at making some money. If you apply it, if you implement it.
That's the key, right? Applying it.
You gotta implement. You gotta try, because you're gonna learn when you hit the hiccups. That's how you learn to not repeat mistakes and different things. And then so there's no OTOs. It's a one-time deal. And then I want you to come in and join us in our Facebook group and ask me any questions. One thing I would like to say is that one of my mentors told me years ago. He said, you're catching me at a really good time right now, because I'm just, breaking out. And if I don't share everything that I know exactly how I know it, how can I expect you to be successful? So I'm giving you my best stuff. I'm giving you how I run a multiple, 6-figure businesses. And so I'm here for people to help you out,
Again, Brian, thank you so much for coming on the show, and best of luck with your launch.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. And thanks for having me.
I hope you enjoyed the interview today with Brian. If you are interested in picking up the Iron Triangle at its lowest price, pay attention, because this is a different kind of a launch time here. This is going live today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, October 11th. You're going to be able to pick it up at its lowest early bird discounted price, along with my special bonuses. Just make sure you come back here at 4 p.m. Eastern today to get that lowest price. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later on today at 4 p.m. When this goes live with a review video. Thanks.